Are you ready for a romantic getaway? Look no further than staying at the only 5-star couples resort in Ontario near Algonquin Park. Enjoy stunning views, cozy accommodation, and delicious meals while you spend quality time with your partner surrounded by nature. In this video, we'll be showing you our experience staying at the couples resort, including taking you through the majestic trails of Algonquin Park. This video is also not sponsored by anyone. Now don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in watching more videos like this one on travel throughout Canada and around the world. Now welcome to the Couples Resort. This place was originally built in the 1960s, but it's evolved into a romantic getaway destination that offers luxurious accommodations, fine dining, and a variety of activities for couples all in the wilderness. Hey guys, so we just arrived at the Couples Resort in Ontario and it's absolutely beautiful here. We're actually here to celebrate our baby moon because we're expecting a little one shortly, and we're here for 3 nights. And for those of you who don't know anything about the Couples Resort, it's one of the only all-inclusive couples-only resorts in Ontario. It's just adjacent to Algonquin Park. It's absolutely beautiful. The resort has different themed rooms, and I think there's around 6 or 7 different types of exotic rooms that you can stay in, amongst a bunch of other chalets as well, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But for now, I just want to give you a quick tour of the room. Before we dive into the vlog, I want to cover the types of accommodation options at this resort. As you drive in, first you have the spa villas, which are detached villas all with lake views similar to cottages. They have king-size bed, fireplaces, and of course, outdoor hot tubs. Next, you have the exotics, where we have stayed twice now, which are the same as the junior suites, but the rooms are decorated in themes. Next, you have the junior suites that are essentially the same as the exotics but without the themed decorations, so they are a little less expensive and a bit smaller as well. You then have the master junior suites, which are more updated than the exotics. These rooms are a little more expensive than the junior suites as they are a little larger at 1,000 square feet. In my opinion, they're very similar to the exotics and you can't go wrong booking either one. Next to the masters, you have the main building, which has a few traditional smaller rooms, but they are closer to all the hotel amenities being in the main building itself. Finally, if you have the budget for it, there are the chateaus and chalets, which are literally private cottages, and they have everything the other rooms have, including way more space and your own private bedroom. Now back to the room tour. As you can see, this room has it all. It has a king-size bed, robes, a massive bathroom with the steam shower. Definitely use the steam shower, it's 100% worth it. An indoor jacuzzi tub along with a patio and an outdoor private hot tub. Of course, there are spa bath products as well. Last but not least, they have themed decor. Since we stayed in the room Africa, the room is literally decked out with a ton of African themed furniture and other decor on the walls. Oh, and what's really awesome is that the room had a wood-burning fireplace. And that's the tour of the room. Lots of space with a great view. You really can't go wrong booking one of the exotics if you do decide to come here. Sarah's wearing beautiful green. Yeah, you probably can't see your baby bump, but yeah, it's getting pretty big, and yeah, hopefully we look sharp for dinner. And yeah, looking forward to showing you guys what to expect when you come here and just the variety of food that you can get, because this is probably one of the best places to get food away at a resort in Ontario. Days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Try to come here on Friday and Saturdays as they have live music playing on both nights. Now, the dining experience is obviously one of the main reasons that most people come back to this resort time and time and again. For dinner, you literally get 5 courses, and the experience is always one of the highlights of our stay. From the dining room atmosphere to the locally sourced and seasonal menus, the dining experience is really designed to create a magical culinary experience you won't really find at many other resorts in Ontario. So here's the breakfast menu. It's all included with the cost of your stay. They usually deliver it, they put it on this like tray thing, and they'll deliver it literally to this like table here. And you'll be able to eat breakfast in your room, in your robes, which is, again, one of the parts of relaxing when you're on vacation. You don't want to have to, get up, get dressed, rush down for breakfast. And this is one of those ways that they solve that problem. All right, well, the breakfast has arrived. It looks pretty awesome. I like how they do it. Let's see what's underneath here. We got the eggs Benedict, which looks fabulous. Sarah got the Belgian waffles, and obviously you get teas and coffees, and this is what the setup looks like. You have an amazing view of the lake. So it's our first full day here, and I'll give you guys a little tour of the couples resort, including some of the activities, what the building looks like, and basically what to expect when you get here in terms of things to do, specifically in the outdoors. Now, the first thing you'll do when you arrive is check into the front lobby in the main building. The front lobby is attached to the dining room, where you'll be responsible for making your dinner reservations. Big tip here, make the reservations right when you check in so you get the preference of your dining time. They also allow you to bring wine, and they don't charge you a corking fee, which is a game changer for us, obviously, because you save a ton of money. Next to the dining room, they have a small gift shop, and in the basement they have board games, including a pool table, table tennis, shuffleboard. So basically there's tons of things to do if the weather is bad. Of course they have a gym and sauna, which we ended up using as well, and an outdoor pool for summer use. You'll also find canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, and you can even rent a boat if you're looking for a more water-based experience. They also have a looks like they have a tennis court and a basketball court, which I'll give you like a little glimpse of now. They also have a sports center where you can basically check out a lot of the different activities, get your passes to Algonquin Park. So what's really cool about the sports center is that you can literally get this Algonquin pass, and it's free of charge, and it's literally included as part of the package to stay in the resort. So one of the cool things to do here is also take a dip in the hot tub that basically most rooms, or I believe every room, actually comes equipped with one of these. Now after a short dip in the hot tub, I got ready for my spa treatment. So I just finished the hot tub, and I actually have a spa treatment right now. So I have around 30 minutes is $100. So if you're doing an hour here for an RMT massage, it's probably closer to $200, but make sure to claim on your benefits, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. So definitely going to be taking full advantages of the RMT massages while staying here. Walking in the rain to the spa place, but definitely worth it to walk in your robe if you can. Try to relax as much as you possibly can while you're here. If you want to book an RMT massage, I'd recommend booking one in advance, as the spots book up very quickly. It's super hard to book an appointment the same day. Now welcome to Algonquin Park. This park is the oldest provincial park in Canada and was established in 1893. The park covers an area of 7,000 square kilometers, making it also one of the largest provincial parks in the country of Canada. What makes this place unique is that it is home to over 2,400 lakes and 1,200 kilometers of streams and rivers. More importantly, there are many restrictions with the land use, making it one of the most protected areas in Canada. For example, there is no private ownership of land, and there are many restrictions on the use of motorboats, etc., so you'll find most people portaging when they actually do go to the park. When we first arrived in Algonquin Park, something incredible happened.
Crazy experience just happened.
Yeah, the most crazy experience just happened. We just literally filmed the moose, and he was moving around right near the highway. Around a dozen or so cars pulled off the highway 60 in Algonquin Park, and yeah, that was the first up close encounter that.
This is the first time we've run into a moose, and we've been in the park so many times. So incredible.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Hopefully you guys can see some of the footage that I'll post right now. So we just arrived in Algonquin Park and we literally we actually see a moose. So here he is literally right behind me. I don't know if you can see like in the camera there, but yeah, it's pretty incredible. We've never seen a moose up front and close like this, so it's actually really, really freaking awesome. Now, after the moose sighting, the weather wasn't the greatest, so we hiked on a few short trails and pulled off to the side of the road to see a mini waterfall. It's really beautiful here. They even have like actually waterfalls scattered throughout Algonquin Park as well. So we just finished pretty much almost our full first day, and I have to say it's pretty awesome. We woke up, we had an amazing breakfast. We ended up having a hot tub. After that, we ended up going into lunch. I had an RMT massage, and then we also went into Algonquin Park and somehow actually for the first time ran into a deer right off the side of the road, which basically is a photographer's dream. There was like at least 20 other people taking snaps of the moose, and it was we probably saw it for around 20 minutes or so, so that was absolutely incredible. Currently right now we're just getting dressed up to go to our second dinner of the trip. A little bit more dressed up this evening because there was a lot of guys in suits last night and I felt a little bit underdressed, so I had to kind of throw on a vest and get a little bit dressed up, and definitely looking forward to the second dinner that we're going to be having tonight. As you can see, our next dinner was also fantastic, where I ordered some wine, enjoyed a number of interesting dinner plates, and we just relaxed and listened to the live music. When we got back to the room, we were both exhausted, so we put on the fire and literally just passed out for the evening. When we woke up the next morning, we were definitely greeted by our breakfast in bed, which again is one of our favorite parts of staying here. Now, on our last full day in the park, we ended up driving through the entire park and had an opportunity to hike 3 trails. So we're currently at the West Gate. We just drove probably 40 minutes through the entire park, saw one moose, and we're gonna go back and try to hit up some trails to see what else hopefully we'll be able to see some other wildlife and some beautiful nature. But at the West Gate, they have this little cool map. Yeah, and it confirms that it's the oldest and most famous provincial park in Ontario since 1893. Yeah, so it feels like you're kind of like in a little bit of history here, right? But yeah, definitely, hopefully it's going to be fun, and we'll report back and show you guys what we're able to see in our trail adventures. So our first trail is called Peck Lake Trail. It's around 1.1 kilometers, and 1.9 kilometers, and they estimate that it'll take around an hour and a half to complete. We may or may not do the whole loop, but yeah, it's going to be, so far it looks beautiful, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the scenery. Yeah, absolutely beautiful here. Really, really cute little river here as well. Second river that we actually found so far hiking, and I'm sure there's many others. So the second trail we're going to today is called Bat Lake Trail. It's actually a 5-kilometer loop, and it should take around 2 to 3 hours for those that are actually interested in doing it. And I believe there's a couple boardwalks and a lake as well that you'll be able to see towards the middle to end of the trail. I think we found the tallest tree in Algonquin Park, maybe Ontario as a whole. Really, really big. We believe this tree was likely the eastern white pine known as Pinna strobus, which can grow up to 40 meters or 130 feet tall. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, the path is really icy. It's like April and it's still kind of icy here. Keep that in mind if you guys are expecting to have like basically perfect trails that are easy to navigate. It's been quite challenging, but it's worth it in the end. So our third trail attempt is called Spruce Bog Boardwalk, and it says it's a total of 1.5 kilometers. And we're thinking this one could take approximately an hour or less, and hopefully it doesn't, but apparently there's lots of boardwalks on this trail, so looking forward to seeing the scenery. Apparently it's 50% boardwalk for the entire trail. It's a ton of wood, and maybe the wood's actually from Algonquin Park, like who knows. But yeah, it's actually a very unique trail. Highly recommend doing it. There's also lots of benches too for sitting. If you're going with your parents or grandparents and they're a little bit older and have trouble walking, this is probably a good trail option for them. I think this is by far our favorite trail of the day, just because it's not hard to walk on. It's beautiful, it's actually kind of warm here, and the scenery is just great. So yeah, highly recommend what's it called? The Boardwalk Trail or something?
Spruce Bog.
The Spruce Bog Trail. Not the most glamorous, but if you have to pee in the woods, they definitely got you covered. I'll give you a little tour. Yeah, so definitely not like the best, but good enough. So that concludes our Algonquin day trip for the day. We won't be coming back here for our stay here, but I have to say what's really special about Algonquin Park is the privacy. There's literally no development. You can't buy property here. You're basically in pristine Canadian northern wilderness, and there's over 222 lakes from what I understand. And yeah, tons of fishing, portaging, canoeing, and you actually won't see a ton of motorboats in here because I believe there's restrictions on that as well. So yeah, overall, a beautiful place to come. If you're avid hiker in Ontario or visiting the region, definitely check out Algonquin Park. You won't be disappointed. In case you enjoyed the video and learned something new, we'll be posting travel videos on a regular basis, specifically throughout Ontario and other exotic places around the world.